Hey everyone, and welcome into another edition of Corky's Coach's Corner, presented by Valu-Net Fiber of Emporia. Today's guest on the show is offensive line coach and run game coordinator for Emporia State football, Vincent Cashdollar. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here and excited to be a part of Hornet football.
Decorative towel.
There was a mess. I wiped up a mess.
Yeah, you...
Where is the box? Never mind, I found it!
When game day is a go, there's a Bud Light there.
Here with Vincent Cashdollar of Emporia State football. Coach, thanks so much for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Excited to be here.
Our first segment is presented by Bud Light, distributed by Flint Hills Beverage of Emporia. And Coach, that is all about how has this season been with the global pandemic situation. Now, you haven't really got the true experience being your first year of Emporia State football and ESU athletics, but how has it been for the team and yourself so far?
Well, I think, for everybody, it's been a very different year in 2020. At the same time, getting to meet our players virtually first, via Zoom and phone calls, text messages, FaceTime was different than what you're used to. Getting a chance to see them this summer and getting a chance to meet them face-to-face was great. And then things have just kind of progressed throughout this fall. Getting an opportunity to work with them on the field, development, it's been great. It's been a great opportunity to get out there with them. And I'm very excited for the opportunity that Coach Higgins presented me to be here and excited to be a part of Hornet Athletics and Hornet football.
Well, you come to us from Manchester University in Indiana, where you've coached before here. And, what so far have you liked about Emporia State football? Like I said, haven't really gotten everything shown to you so far, but just some things that you've noticed.
The number one thing I've noticed is just our student athletes. We have a great core of student athletes here. The leadership has just been outstanding. I have three senior, junior, upperclassmen, Miles Wade, Xavier Kaysen, and Hayden Reed, that have been really instrumental for me. Being new here, getting to know things, getting to know how things work, especially when we started off, everything was virtual, and keeping things together. So that would be the biggest thing I've learned from our team is we have great team culture. And family over everything really means a lot here. And our guys work very, very hard for us, and they work very, very hard for me, and I truly appreciate that, both in the classroom and on the field.
All right, we're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back with more on Corky's Coach's Corner.
Copier's not working.
All right, stand aside. I got this.
What's going on here?
Oh, it was his idea.
Family owned since 1963, CPI is committed to outstanding service before you buy and after. We're in the business of establishing and maintaining relationships, so your equipment runs efficiently for years to come.
Are you a wizard? Answer me.
Again here with Vincent Cashdollar of Emporia State football. This next segment is presented to us by CPI Technologies. And Coach, this is your opportunity to kind of give your recruiting pitch. Why Emporia State? Now, you kind of a new kid on the block yourself. You were essentially a recruit for a while to get here. Why should other student athletes want to join the team as well?
I think the biggest thing, being here on campus now and being here for an extended amount of time, it's two scenarios. One, it's the opportunities that Emporia State has. I think that whether it's educationally, athletically, the opportunities that all those things can create here, the relationships, I think would be probably the second part, that one-on-one attention, the relationships between the coaches, the players, the athletic staff. I think both of those sides, the opportunities you have to be really great in the classroom as part of Hornet football, and then the relationships you have off the field with our faculty, our staff, really, I think, makes Emporia State different. And I've been to different places before, and this campus is just really special to be a part of.
Talk about the staff and how they welcomed you so far, and I know that you fit in great and you came right in and made yourself at home. So talk about just everything going on in the office and with the staff.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've known Coach Higgins now professionally for a long time before coming here. I had met him, a long time ago through a mutual friend, but I had also met Coach Lindsay and Coach Laporto and a lot of the staff because there's some interconnectings there. Everybody's been unbelievably welcoming, helping me get my feet wet around here and understanding how certain things work to make that transition easier. It's the hardest part in coaching it can be at times the transition and learning new terminology, recruiting strategies, your players, and our staff has been nothing but wonderful here and welcoming me to Emporia to make that transition smooth.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Be back with more on Corky's Coach's Corner.
ESB Financial proudly brings you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's a catchy word for earning cash that just might make you want to dance. Get paid for doing simple things you do anyway. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at ESB Financial.
Thanks for joining us back here with Vincent Cashdollar of Emporia State Football. This next segment presented to us by ESB Financial. Thank you so much to them. Coach, it's all about you. We need to get to know you since you are new here. You played at Ashland and have had several other stops. Tell us a little bit about your coaching background first.
Yeah, originally from Newark, Ohio. It's about 30 minutes east of Columbus. Grew up a football fan. My father played college football. Played a lot of sports as a kid and ended up going to Ashland University, Division II in Northeast Ohio, played in the GLIAC Conference. And that's one of the things that excites me most about being here at Emporia, and I think what is helping in recruiting as well is that Ashland and Emporia are very similar to me. The town, the athletics, the campus, the education are very similar. So I think that the college experience that our guys have here is very similar to what I had, and I had a great college experience. I loved playing at Ashland. I'm a very proud alum. From there, I went on to Ohio University in the MAC Conference, where I worked for Coach Solich for 2 years there as a quality control role. I went to West Virginia University after that for 3 years as a graduate assistant and had a chance to coach in the Big 12 under Coach Holgerson. And then I coached at Manchester University the last 3 years, which is in northern Indiana, where I was the offensive coordinator and offensive line coach. So had a lot of stops throughout the way, a lot of different experiences, really working at all the different levels. And it's really makes me excited for the chance to be at the Division II level here where I played at, and the opportunity here in Emporia is awesome.
Well, you mentioned being the offensive coordinator at Manchester before you got here to Emporia State. I know that there was some record-breaking years there for the offense. What was the key to that?
We had great student athletes, and I think that's the whole key. I think I had guys that were willing to buy in and believed in me as a coach. I figured out ways, and we figured out ways as a staff there to highlight our best players every year, depending on what we did offensively. But the biggest thing was the buy-in and the hard work of those young men. Football plays are football plays. Everybody does different things, but really it was the hard work of our guys that gave us a chance to be successful. And I'm very proud of those guys for everything that they did.
You can't just say I have a great offensive mind.
Well, no, I mean, we definitely had to learn how to adapt, and adapt to your personnel. I think that's the mark of good coaching. Good coaching is the ability to take what you have, in your room, and try to enhance that through what you do schematically, not the other way around. You don't want to build a scheme and then try to fit your players into it. It always has to start with players first. I heard a long time ago from Larry Karras, who's a legendary coach of Mount Union, it always goes players, formations, plays. You always start with your student athletes and then kind of build things off of that.
Well, what do you like to do in your free time? When you're not coaching, how are you spending your time?
I love to cook. I think that's one of the things that's a little bit different for me. I love to cook. I think it's something that I picked up a long time ago, as a way to kind of get away from football, something that's very different, turn the TV off, stop watching dropbacks and do something different. So I enjoy cooking, grilling, doing all kinds of stuff, and I like the process of it as well, the ingredients and doing all that stuff. So love cooking and really try to get better at it.
What is the best dish that you make, and what is your favorite type of food to eat? Italian, Mexican?
It depends. I am Italian, so I do make lasagna. I have made lasagna before. make a big pan of it. And sometimes, back in my younger years of being a coach, I'd eat it for a couple days, for lunch and dinner when I wasn't making very much money. And so, yeah, I like doing that. I've actually picked up grilling a little bit more since I've been here in Emporia. So I've been trying to try some different things on a little 2-burner gas grill. I've tried ribs on it. It actually turned out okay, surprisingly. Everybody kind of scares you away from making ribs. But so those are some of the things that I kind of like to mess around with.
All right, we will be expecting a pan of lasagna ASAP. And do you have any pets or any family you want to tell us about?
No, I don't have any pets. My family is kind of spread out. I definitely consider I have my true family, and then I have my coaching family, people that I've met along the way. I've been very fortunate to just have tons of support throughout the time, whether I was a student athlete, whether it's been in coaching. I've had tons of support from a great family. So, I have it kind of all over the country, so I'm very, very proud of that and very excited for the future here at Emporia State football.
Are you a diehard college sports or professional sports fan of any teams?
Well, growing up in Ohio, especially Central Ohio, everybody's a Buckeyes fan. You just grow up. My house was 30 minutes from Columbus, from the Horseshoe, so I used to go there with my father when I was a kid. And then when you're in Central Ohio, you pick your professional sports, so whether you go Cleveland or Cincinnati. I picked Cleveland as a young man, so I've had a lot of rough years. There's really not a whole lot you can say to a Browns fan that's going to offend me at this point. But I got my one championship with LeBron, with the Cavs a few years back, and I was very, very excited for that. So I'm a diehard Cleveland sports fan, Indians, Browns, Cavs, all the way.
All right, Coach, just to finish up, anything else you want to tell Hornet Nation and any fans watching?
No, I'm very excited to be a part of Emporia State Athletics and Hornet Nation. Look forward to continuing to work with our student athletes here to give them the best experience both on and off the field. And I look forward to seeing everybody in the stadium here very soon again.
We're looking forward to it too. Thanks so much. This was Vincent Cashdollar of Emporia State Football. We would like to thank all of our sponsors. We have Bud Light, Flint Hills Beverage, ESB Financial, CPI Technologies, and Valu-Net Fiber of Emporia. Thank you so much. And Coach, can't wait to see you on the field.
Yeah, thank you very much for your time.